Hello, Ducks fans, and welcome to another QUACKAST episode where we do reactions and previews and give my opinions on the Ducks games and the team currently as we speak. So the Ducks just finished off a 4-game road trip where they went 1-2-1. 1 win, 2 losses, and 1 loss beyond regulation. So we're going to talk about those 3 of those 4 games because I did the other one while it was happening in that episode. So we'll start with the second game of that road trip right now. Actually, before we start, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button below to this YouTube channel if you want more of this content. Now let's get into looking at the last 3 games on the road trip that we had. So versus Edmonton, we were on back-to-backs, a tightly contested game. Anthony Stolar is getting the start for the Ducks, the backup goalie. It's his first start of the year. And Kevin Shattenkirk gets the first goal of the game. Somehow, Kevin Shattenkirk is becoming one of our best scorers, which doesn't seem right. Kevin Shattenkirk scores,
unthinkable, impossible,
and it's assisted by Trevor Zegras and Adam Henrique, 1-0 Ducks. However, the Oilers would come back a few minutes later with Zach Kassian getting a goal assisted by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Warren Foegele, who was traded for Ethan Bear from the Carolina Hurricanes. The Oilers would get another one with the elite playmaking of Connor McDavid. That man, he's like the Shohei Ohtani of hockey players in terms of his ridiculous speed and his unbelievable abilities to get things done. I know I'm comparing 2 sports, but that's how I see it. The Ducks, however, came right back after that, just 15 seconds later to be exact, and Sam Steele, stealing the spotlight, gets the game tied at 2 with a nice goal. Here it is. Well, that was a pretty nice looking goal there. Sam Steele to score it, tying the game at 2. Then the Ducks took I was watching this game while I was working out. It was a rather perplexing penalty, and they actually gave the Ducks 2 penalties on this play somehow. Manson and Raquel had gone off, and I think one got 2 minutes for you can't do that, and the other one got 2 minutes for something else that he was not allowed to do.
Really?
But either way, Leon Draisaitl gets a one-timer. Here he is, and he bangs it past Stolars, and it's a 3-2 Oiler lead, and that's how the first period will end. But in the second period, about halfway through, Nicolas Deslauriers welcomes himself back to the scoring. Only scored a couple goals last year. He tallies his first of the year here to tie us at 3-3. Sam Steele walked right through the Edmonton defense as if they were ghosts at the 9:59 mark of the second period to give the Ducks a 4-3 lead. But then the Oilers would battle back on another power play in the third, tie at 4, and then Stolars, he's standing here, he's just trying to lean on the post, and the puck is coming in. Oh no! It went into the net at the 10:30 mark of the third period. The goal was credited to Evan Bouchard. to give the Oilers a 5-4 lead, and that one just hurts. Don't you hate it when you're a goalie and you're not, and you think you have the post covered, and that puck just
absolutely
takes a fluky bounce and goes in off your hip or your foot? That's what happened to Stallars here. Ouch. Ducks battle in the Edmonton zone near the end, but Leon Draisaitl shoots into an empty net. And that effectively sealed the game, though Shattenkirk tried to make it interesting with another goal. Wait, Shattenkirk again? Wow. 3 goals for Shattenkirk. Dude's on fire. For a guy who all Ducks fans were saying last year was a horrible contract. So Ducks lose that game 6-5. Shame. They played a good game, though. I mean, they haven't looked completely terrible yet. But then that would be a jinx, what I just said. As we go to Thursday, not much to talk about here except for the fact that Troy Terry scored and it was on the power play. And our power play is looking really good. Again, we're on a goal per game pace right now on the power play, despite the fact that we didn't score on the power play in the Edmonton game, though we got 5 goals. So Terry gets the first goal, a deflection from a shot by Cam Fowler. But then the Jets would get the next 5 with Pierre-Luc Dubois and Andrew Kopp and Josh Morrissey. But that one stunk on the power play. And then Kyle Connor getting the last 2. So Jets 5, Troy Terry 1. And then we go to Saturday's game. It was against the Wild. And yes, it was a wild and woolly type game, a barn burner. The Wild would win the game, though, 4-3 in overtime. Ricky Raquel gets the first goal of the game on a nice wrister. The Ducks gave up a goal to Brandon Duhaime for his first NHL goal. Good job. I'll tip my cap to you. Always good. It's cool getting your first NHL goal, though I wish it wasn't against my team. Jared Spurgeon slaps one home for the Wild. Troy Terry ties it on a tip-in. And then on the power play, Ricard Raquel gives us back the lead at 3-2 with a great shot for his 4th goal of the season. Now the scoring leader on the Ducks. Boy, where's Comtois been? I remember last year I was saying, why is Maxime Comtois one of our only good goal scorers? Raquel's right now our hottest goal scorer. So a goal on the power play for him. We let the 3rd goal in. Somehow it was by John Merrill, the defenseman. I really like giving goals up to defensemen who aren't really well known. John Merrill's not really a big name in the league, though he's played about 240 games in his career. And then in the dying seconds of overtime, the Wild's Ryan Hartman comes in, shoots, and he scores. Past the glove of Gibson. Wish he would have had that one, but alas, I am not a man who wears 30 pounds of cereal boxes on my legs and it holds a big glove on my hand to try to catch pucks. He's also more athletic than I am. Agonizing loss to the Wild, but you got a point out of it. So the Ducks travel home, and they will play 2 games at home and then go back out on the road for a game. So I'll talk about those 3 games, despite the fact that one's on the road. So as we speak right now, the Ducks are playing the Jets again? Didn't we just play these guys? Well, the schedule says we're playing the Jets, so I'll believe what the schedule says. Jets at Ducks, so back at the Honda Center. So we got a couple names to watch here. Ricard Raquel is one of them. Through 6 games, 4 goals, no assists though, for 4 points. So 4 points in 6 games, so 2/3 of a point per game. Jakob Silfverberg, my favorite player, has a goal and 5 assists for 6 points in 6 games, so point per game for him, that's pretty good. Though he only has 1 goal, he has been handling the puck pretty well, and he has made some nice plays on the offense and the defense. And then the defenseman, Kevin Shattenkirk. 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points in 6 games and a +1 rating. Very nice. And let's do a couple for the Jets players to watch. Kyle Connor, who has 9 points through 5 games, 6 goals, 3 assists, which is pretty good. 9 points, 5 games, almost 2 points per game. That dude, you're on absolute fuego right now. Nate Schmid, the defenseman, has no goals, 6 assists for 6 points in 5 games and a +5 rating. That's really good. Keep your eye on Nate Schmidt, number 88. Also, aside from them, let's watch for the Jets. Logan Stanley, the big defenseman, who's 6'7", 225. And let's also, for the Jets, watch for Andrew Kopp, the guy that ran Gibson over in the first game of the season the other week. One more for the Ducks to watch. Let's keep our eyes out for Max Comtois. Hopefully he can score a goal. He's due for one because he had a good year last year, and I'm hoping he can build off of that. So those are my players to watch. Predictions, I think the Ducks will get some revenge again on the Jets here at home, and the Ducks will take this game 4-2 that they're playing right now. And for the Thursday game, we're going to be playing the Buffalo Sabres. Now you would think, oh, we're playing the Buffalo Sabres? Easy money. You'd be wrong, my friends. Buffalo Sabres are off to a surprisingly hot start right now at 4-1-1. And they've got a few players that we need to look out for. And specifically, those players will be Victor Olefson. Olefson has 4 goals and 2 assists for 6 points in 6 games. He is a very good playmaking forward. Let's also keep our eyes on defenseman Colin Miller, the former Vegas Golden Knight. He has no goals, 5 assists for 5 points in 6 games with a +2 rating. And in his last 5, Colin Miller has 3 assists. Victor Olofsson has 3 goals and 4 points in his last 5 games specifically. And now we will look at the Vegas Golden Knights, who are surprisingly off to a bad start, but everybody knows how the Golden Knights are against us. Literally impossible to beat, with the exception of 3 times. The Golden Knights, as I said, they dominate us literally every single time, with the exception of those of 3 different occasions. 2 of our 3 wins all time have come against Vegas, 1 at home. The Vegas Golden Knights did lose some talent, and specifically their Vezina contending goalie at the ripe age of 37 in Marc-Andre Fleury. They lost him for nothing to the Chicago Blackhawks. They just roster filler for cap space was what they traded him for, and Golden Knights fans were baffled at that trade. They've been going all in for a couple seasons now, and they might be losing some more star players come next offseason, but they've still got some good players on that team right now. And one of the guys that we need to look out for is Chandler Stevenson. Chandler Stevenson, the former Washington Capital, has 2 goals, 2 assists for 4 points in 5 games. He is a very good player, and he has done very well versus the Ducks in his career. Robin Lehner is now the new goalie and is the new #1 starter for the Golden Knights without Marc-Andre Fleury, and though his team's 1-4 and he started all their games, and he's starting in their game right now versus the Colorado Avalanche, Lehner's a big man and he's a very good goalie, so that matchup should be very, very tough. I fully expect the Golden Knights to kick our Butoxes. It's in Vegas, and I'm going to go with a score of 6-3 Vegas, though I would love to be wrong there. With the Buffalo game, you say that the Ducks should wipe the floor with Buffalo.
Nope.
Because but I think we're going to lose that game as well, because we're going to probably let a worse team, or a team that typically is bad, walk all over us, and that will be a loss. I'll put it in overtime, and I'll say that it's a 3-2 loss at home in the OT. So those are my predictions, and that will be it for this QUACKAST episode. Tell me what you thought of it in the comments section below. And remember to click that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, and leave the comments down below. And click the bell to be notified when new content is posted, and stay tuned for Roast Off Barbecue, new episode coming out whenever I can get it. Hopefully it's soon. Have a good night, stay safe, go Ducks, let's get a win.